Welcome to the Lori Davis Show, where it's all about the amazing lifestyle on our Treasure Coast. And here's your host and realtor for life, Lori Davis.
Welcome to the show. We're so glad to have you guys here today. It's a beautiful day. It's October in Vero Beach. I mean, we've got 6 months of this. It's going to just get better and better every day. I think we've been enjoying it. The weather's been amazing. Unfortunately, we had, of course, the terrible hurricane that did a lot of devastation on the West Coast. We're sending love. We're sending a lot of things. I know there's a lot of stuff going on here with the Red Cross and people like collecting items and moving them to the West Coast. We're very happy. If you know anybody or if you have certain places, you can go online and find that very simply. I know In Motion over on Ocean Drive is doing it. I know some of the churches are doing it. So if you have any organization, Cindy, do you know anyone particular?
I do. I was just going to say, because we just did a show about it, the police department. So this Wednesday, October 12th, is the National Night Out. You know, you do the neighbors and all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
And they're collecting stuff. So it's downtown 14th Avenue. They're having all the fire trucks. I'm going for the canine thing at 6:30 because I love the dogs.
Okay.
And they'll take all the stuff.
I have so many clothes in my closet, bags of things that I'm just like, what am I going to do with? And I don't care if they're older or newer, as long as they're clean and not, messed up, rotten, whatever. But things I just don't wear. I think everybody's got, be a great time to just go through and say, okay, I'm done with this. And it's, it stays warm a long time. So even if it's summer versus fall, put your bags together, take it down next Wednesday to the police department.
To the downtown on 14th Avenue.
Oh, it's downtown 14th Avenue.
So they're doing the National Night Out on 14th Avenue downtown with the police department.
Who's the sponsor?
The police department. They do it. It's a national thing. They do national.
So you don't go to the police department. You
could do that too. You can do that too, yeah.
Okay.
But the one I was talking about was October 12th.
Okay, cool. Well, I just call somebody if you got something. I know I've got bags and bags and bags of things to go. So anyway, here in Vero Beach, the weather is beautiful. We have some beach erosion, guys. Be very careful. I mean, I saw some pictures today, and the erosion, people were walking down the beach, and the beach level was like above their head. Yeah. It's easy to get down. It's not always easy to get up. But I'm also telling people to bring a bag. So if there's anything you see, any garbage, anything that needs to be picked up, do that while you're walking by. It's so beautiful. Today, we're going to speed through this thing because we have a fabulous guest today, and you guys are all going to love her. Our beverage today, sponsored by Citrus Grill House and Chef Scott Verricchio. This is an Aperol Spritz. I don't know if you can see it. It's absolutely the most beautiful thing. It is a Venetian wine-based cocktail. Actually, champagne. They use Prosecco as well. Commonly served as an aperitif in northeastern Italy. It's all over Italy. It's all over Europe. It consists of Prosecco, digestive bitters. That's the Aperol. It's kind of a bitter, and soda water. Absolutely delicious. It was originally invented in Venice and created in 1920. So that's kind of cool. It's kind of an antique cocktail because I've been doing this a long time. I'm not saying what, but I'm just saying I only knew about this in the last 5 years. But it really is lovely. It's very refreshing. Definitely a Florida beverage, and it's just beautiful. And it's club soda, and it's a little champagne or Prosecco, and then this Aperol is the bitters, and it's just a very little bit, so it's not too bad, but it's really delicious. Nice thing to have when it's even if it's cool out, but it's nice before a dinner. Yeah. So anyway, Citrus Grill House, 1050 Easter Lily Lane. We always love it. Love Chef Scott and all those people over there. Right there next to Humison Park on the ocean. Go for lunch or dinner. It's open Monday through Saturday. Don't forget to go for lunch. I know we all go for dinner a lot on the afternoon, right there on the ocean. The ocean is so beautiful. Bring your friends if you have guests coming into town. It's absolutely stunning. We love it. And hey, listen, fresh food. If it isn't fresh, they're not serving it. Staff is great. Tell them Lori Davis sent you. Thanks so much, Chef. We appreciate it. DSRE by the numbers. Okay, so this year to date, $696 million for Dale Sorensen Real Estate, 1,073 transactions. We have got 20.1% of the market share.
Wow.
That's been,
I got to do that.
Go.
I mean, it's even higher. Gets higher and higher.
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, and, it's good. And to us has done $279 million 409 transactions and has 8.1% of the market share.
And that is good, excellent too.
Yes.
I mean, it really is standing on its own.
Yes,
right?
it is.
You know?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So, when you look at it and you think about, we do it. We do a great job of it. Not everybody's going to work with Dale Sorensen Real Estate, but we really do work hard. We train hard. We have great staff. We really do have great people. So many of the people, I've been there 16 years. So many of the people I know have been there that long and maybe even longer. Mm-hmm. We have a lot of new young people, but they're good too. I talked to somebody today in a shop and they were like, oh yeah, this young man. And I know he's only been with us for probably 5 years. And they're like, we love him. He's fabulous. Mm-hmm. So it becomes part of the corporate culture. And I think that everyone kind of sort of lives up to that Dale Sorensen, which I think Mr. Sorensen espouses, the quality and the knowledge that they don't have to let somebody run out there roughshod and do it improperly. So thank you so much. Right now, there's 744 condo and homes together combined in the market, and that's only down 10% from last year. So remember, everybody's talking about there's no inventory. Inventory's slowly inching up. What's going on in your neighborhood, Cindy? What are you seeing over there?
I want to say...
She's in McCanish Park, by the way, if you don't follow the show.
I want to say the one house that you and I talked about it. So I thought it was a little overpriced, but, I'm not in the business. Right. And it did sit there for 3 months and it sold the other day.
Yeah.
So
there you go.
I think that's probably...
See, that's where the balance comes in, people.
Okay.
That's your knowledge. If it's more than 6 months, it's a buyer's market. If it's under 6 months, it's a seller's market.
Okay, so they did good. All right.
They did great.
They done good.
Sellers are having to wait a little longer now. That's very important. So get your pricing right.
And overall, that's a good thing because it kind of calms everybody down because we had this.
Oh, it was 18 months.
Crazy.
Yeah, 2021 through the first 6 months of this year. Yeah, I know. Everybody was like, "Wow, it was crazy." But anyway, we're happy that we're happy that everybody's here. Yep. Everybody's assimilating back into Vero. This is Vero Beach. We don't do it like you do it up north or California or Chicago.
No, we don't do that.
As you're welcome here, as long as you do it our way.
Right,
which is chill. Everybody, nobody, no big puffery, no standout. Everybody just kind of relaxes in. And you'd never know that the guy sitting next to you at the restaurant in his khaki shorts and his golf shirt once ran American Express. He's worth $600 million.
Right.
You wouldn't know that.
No.
That's what's great about Vero Beach. So anyway, let's get to our guests because there's so much fun going on here in the studio. There really is. It's very exciting. Everybody I mentioned, it's like, oh my God, we want to talk. We want to know something. She is a registered dietitian. She lives here in Vero Beach. She is a nutritionist. She has a nutrition counseling practice here, both in New York City and Vero Beach. Correct, still in New York, and advises individuals and groups on weight management, eating disorders, pre- and postnatal wellness, and nutrition-related health conditions. She's a mother of 2 beautiful daughters, Riley and Lucy, and the wife of Roger. He's been a guest on our show. Let's welcome Samantha Lynch. Hello, Samantha.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
I am so excited to have you on the show. So you have a company, it's called Samantha Lynch Nutrition. Mm-hmm. Tell us a little bit about your practice here in Vero Beach. When did you start?
Yes. So we moved here about 7 years ago from New York City. So I was running this practice there. Mm-hmm. And it was interesting because when I moved down here, I had worked so hard to build up my practice and I really didn't want to lose my clients. So I was working remotely and I was going back to New York City, but I was also doing telehealth and working, via Zoom with people well before COVID. And then I started building up my practice here, get a lot of referrals from doctors. And I see patients that have cardiovascular issues, mostly GI issues, weight loss related, diabetes, things like that. Mm-hmm. And what I love so much about my job versus working in a hospital, because many dietitians are actually working in the hospital, right? Yeah. Is that I can actually really feel like I make a difference. Yeah. So there's when I was doing my internship and we were in the hospital, I was assigned to a gentleman who was a newly diagnosed diabetic. And I had to go in there and explain to him what his diet or his food was going to look like. Mm-hmm. it went in one ear and out the other. So I was not impactful at all.
Right.
So I knew right away while I was in my program studying for this that I wanted to be outpatient. I wanted to work with people. I wanted to be hands-on. And, I wanted to make people feel better, be healthier, live longer, better quality of life lives, basically.
Right. And one of the things that you said was that this is not a quick fix.
No, it's not.
It's a lifestyle change.
That's right. And the reason why is because I have seen every diet out there, okay? And I'll get some people who come in and they've done everything under the sun. Now, if you look at some of these diets, right, they're taking out entire food groups.
Yep.
Yeah.
You cannot sustain that.
No.
Okay. And so what I learned very quickly is that people then did not have success. It lowered their confidence. They could, like, for instance, if this is a weight loss client, they could lose weight.
Cindy chiming in here.
Right? Right, exactly. Right. This resonates with so many people, right?
True. So
and
true.
so, because the thing is, in the world that we live in right now, there's all these fad diets out there that promises that you're going to lose, specifically for weight loss.
Right.
That you're going to lose weight extremely quickly, right?
That's the worst.
Exactly. And so they market this, right? But the problem is you can't sustain it. So what I do with my clients or my patients is I take in mind their lifestyle.
Yes.
Okay. Are they extremely social? Are they out 4 or 5 times a week? Yes, most of them are. Okay. And when I lived in New York City, most of my clients were out for every single meal.
Right.
They were business professionals. They were traveling all over the world. Okay. So I'm teaching them how to live their lives and be able to be healthy instead of, those Jenny Craig meals, for instance, where you cannot go out and be social with anybody.
Right. Yeah. And they taste terrible.
Right.
That's not sustainable. And of course you're going to lose weight because if all you start eating is something that's this big,
it's pre-portioned.
right? I mean, if you
Right.
pre-portioned, but it tastes like cardboard. Every one of them tastes exactly the same. It's
but
nasty.
They're going to be miserable because they're not going to be able to be social, or they're going to go to an event and they're not going to be able to eat there because they had their prepackaged meal earlier.
Right.
And they're not living.
It's not living. It's not living.
No, it's
so,
not living.
Okay, so we're going to be asking her. She doesn't know it yet, but I'm going to ask her to come back once a month because all you guys are going to have questions.
Right.
So we're going to have like the monthly show. Even if you call in, we would love that.
Sure.
We were like, and
I'd be
here's our
honored.
health moment with Samantha Lynch because I swear to God, this was when I started telling people that I had Samantha on specifically, but a dietitian, a registered dietitian, everybody's like, everybody has questions. So, okay, I asked some questions from local people here in Vero Beach, some of my posse, some of my girls, guys, everybody. And I'm going to, Samantha agreed to answer some of our questions that they had. So, is there a specific nutrition for patients with cancer?
Okay, so great question there. Okay. So as a dietitian, okay, when I give my recommendations, they need to be research-based, like credible case studies, right? Research studies. Like I had a whole course in this in school. And so I have to follow the research. So I might have my own beliefs or my own experience, but as a dietitian, I have to recommend what the literature says, okay? So it's interesting. We always come back to that Mediterranean diet for so many health conditions, including breast cancer. Okay, so what's in that Mediterranean diet? We have lean meats and proteins. We have fatty fish. Okay?
Yes.
We have beans and legumes.
Yes.
Okay. We have whole grains. Okay, whole grains meaning there's more fiber in them versus a simple carbohydrate. So the way I like to explain it to people, because I like to, make it very simple for people.
Right.
The darker the carbohydrate, the more fiber there is in there.
So what is that, like brown rice?
Okay, so brown rice has a little bit more, not as significant, but like, let's say a whole wheat bread versus a white bread.
Okay. Simple.
Exactly. It has more fiber in it, and what it does, it helps slow down digestion. Okay, so it creates less of a rise in blood sugar levels, and all of these things play a significant role. Okay, in terms of our health, our energy, our cravings. Now, cancer specifically, right? Cancer likes sugar.
Okay. Yes, I did know that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So we have to be careful about our consumption of sugar. Now, women, the recommendation is no more than 25 grams of sugar a day, added sugar. By the way, there's a difference between added sugar and naturally occurring sugar.
Okay.
Fruit.
Right.
Yogurt has naturally occurring sugar in it, milk.
Right.
And men, what is it? It's 38 grams a day.
Okay.
So that transcends to about 100 calories for women coming from added sugar and 150 calories for men.
Yeah.
Okay, so we want to watch that. So every single meal and snack, we want to include some protein, some healthy fats. So again, the Mediterranean diet has healthy oils, has olive oil, avocado oil, it has nuts, seeds, heavy on that. Okay. Avocado. And then our, what did I miss here? So we have grains, we have high fiber, right? We have the proteins, lean proteins, and then we have the healthy fats.
Right.
And if you feel after a meal, like let's say about an hour and a half after a meal, if you feel like lethargic and tired, you likely didn't have the right combination.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you should feel energized after a meal. You shouldn't feel lethargic, tired, and wanting more sugar or craving more sugar. Then it's a sign that something else is going on. We need to look at that.
Right. That was one of our questions was why do you feel tired? Why is it, why, what was it? Yeah.
I get that question a lot.
Yeah. Do you? Because it's so funny. Why do I crash and feel tired after lunch?
Because they're not having enough fiber and protein.
Okay. It's fiber and protein.
It is.
Yeah. And I think people are afraid, it was always like, stay away from the fats, stay away from the fats.
Oh my goodness.
But I mean, if you eat the right ones, right?
Right. Exactly.
You have to have them.
So let's talk a little. Olive oil. Olives are fantastic.
Yes.
We're using a lot of, I don't know if you've used avocado oil. Avocado oil is a high heat oil.
Yes.
So anything over 400 degrees. Now, if I roast or I air fry, I'm always over 400 degrees Fahrenheit, right?
Yep.
So I need to be using avocado oil because olive oil is not a high heat oil.
No, it's not.
It can burn. It can become rancid, and it actually could be detrimental to us.
Okay.
So they have the sprays, avocado oil sprays. They have the regular oil that I use when I saute our chicken, for instance.
Sure.
I'm a huge hemp seeds, chia, and flaxseed, anti-inflammatory.
Very good.
Okay, so especially when you were talking about cancer.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That is really important.
Yeah. This chia seed, because that's like a new thing. Does it have a flavor?
No. So it's a texture thing. So chia seeds that look like little poppy seeds.
They do.
Okay.
Yeah,
and
they're
so
black.
It's like little poppy seeds, right? And so 3 tablespoons of them are equivalent to 10 grams of fiber. Okay. Now, let's talk about fiber just for a minute.
Yes.
Because I talk about fiber all day long. I talk about poop. That's what I talk about.
Let's go.
Right? So I pull out the Bristol stool chart and we talk about this. So the women, okay, so it depends on age, but women, it's 25 grams of fiber. 50 and over, it's 21 grams of fiber a day. Okay. Men, let's see, it's 38 grams of fiber under the age of 50. And then I think it's like, I'm sorry, don't quote me on this. It's somewhere around like 30. Okay. For men over the age of 50. Okay.
Right.
So 9 out of 10 Americans are not getting enough fiber in their diet.
Right.
Okay. And what we have learned about fiber is it helps lower our total cholesterol. Okay. It lowers our LDL.
That makes sense.
Okay. It actually helps also with weight management. I mean, our country as a country, we are not getting ahead of this obesity problem.
Right.
Okay. And so we need more fiber in our diet to help with fiber is that part of the carbohydrate we do not digest. Okay. It makes us feel full. So, and if you think about the things that contain fiber, what is it? Fruits, vegetables, whole grains. They don't have as many calories as some of the fats and some of the other things that we're eating. And we eat a certain volume of food every day. So if we fill up with more fiber, okay, not only are we going to help lower our cholesterol if we have elevated cholesterol, we're going to actually help perhaps, lose some weight. And we're also going to improve our blood sugar levels. We have a lot of people that don't even know that they're diabetic and pre-diabetic.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, listen, we need to take a break. We got some commercials. We got to pay for the show. And we'll be right back to talk more with Samantha Lynch about nutrition. And we'll be back. See you in a minute.
It's time to call Easy Brew Coffee and Bottled Water Service and learn just how much you can save and how convenient it is to have your coffee and bottled water delivered right to your home or office. In addition to water coolers, Easy Brew offers individual bottles of water in 8 or 16-ounce bottles. No more lugging it home or dragging it into the office. Serving the Treasure Coast for over 2 decades, 2 letters, 1 simple name. Easy for Easy Brew. Visit e-zbrew.com or call 800-792-3285. Easy Brew.
Revive Vero Beach, located next to Anytime Fitness on Oslo Road and 27th Avenue, has everything you need to look and feel your best, including hormone replacement therapy, stem cell therapy, sexual wellness, weight loss, laser aesthetics, hair, tattoo, and skin spot removal, Botox and fillers, cryotherapy, comprehensive blood work, and everybody's favorite, ozone and IV therapy. Refresh, renew, and revitalize yourself at Revive today. Call 772-492-6607. A member of the iTex trading community. Your iTex dollars are welcome.
Is owning a home your goal? With the rising own home. At Caliber Home Loans, we can help make home ownership a reality. Meet with us for a free consultation and get on the right path to buy the home of your dreams. For Caliber, home loans is all we do. We use local appraisers and offer a variety of loan options to fit your lifestyle and budget. Call us today, 844-GO-CALIBER, license number CHL15622, Caliber Home Loans, TreasureCoast.com.
I love that I can sit in my car and wait for my appointment to renew my driver's license. No more lines, no hassle. Hey, I made my appointment online and it's going to alert me when it's my turn. Gotta go.
Hello, I'm Carol Jean Jordan, your tax collector here in Indian River County. To help you get in and out faster, we are introducing our new customer service system. Here, you can make appointments, check in remotely, or choose to wait in your car or in our lobbies. You can access this system through our website, irctax.com, and we look forward to seeing you.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. I'm serious. Like, we can't get enough of this show. There's so many questions. I literally have like 2 sheets of questions. We'll definitely have Samantha back on with us. But we wanted to ask, and I thought it was a great question that one of my gals, one of the people that I asked questions for, a nutritionist, is carb-free eating the answer or keto?
Oh, gosh.
Meaning they're both kind of similar. What do you think?
Did you see my eye roll?
I did.
Yeah.
It's very, if you can see this, if you're watching
my
live
eyes
stream.
are stuck on top of my head here.
I know.
No, absolutely not. Right. So we love carbohydrates, right?
Right.
Like thinking about Scott's pasta as citrus, right?
Yes.
And his truffle fries.
Yes. Yeah.
No. So let me just let me be specific here. So carbohydrates is actually, if you look at it, carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. It's basically water, but it's energy. Okay. We need energy to thrive and survive, right?
Yes.
And we actually need a certain amount of carbohydrates to just fuel our brain every day. We need 140 grams. Okay. I don't know about you, but if I was told that I couldn't have any carbohydrates, okay, maybe I could go maybe 5 days, the very, very most, but then I probably would gorge on.
Yeah. I have to have something.
So
yes.
no, but what's important is the type of carbohydrates. And again, that is the complex carbohydrates.
Yes.
And the ones that have more fiber. The ones that are darker are the ones that I would recommend that you include.
All right. So again, we mentioned like darker breads, but
right.
What else?
Okay.
What else?
So let me give you an example. Let's say you did have a semolina pasta, right?
Okay.
It doesn't have fiber in it. You could have vegetables on the side. You could add vegetables to it.
I love veg with it.
Right. And you know what? Your portion size is bigger if you actually add it to it. You feel like you're having a bigger portion size of pasta.
And you're fuller.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And by the way, it takes about 30 minutes to feel satiated.
Yes.
That's the other thing, too. I asked our listeners, are you a fast eater?
I know, because you're going to eat too much.
Yep. Right.
You're going to eat too much. So I think what people forget about is like vegetables are carbohydrates.
Yes, that's
right.
correct.
And so everybody thinks of pasta and rice and those breads as carbohydrates, and there's not always that.
But what happens with the keto is that they're eliminating the fiber, and the fiber is super important to us.
Okay, so for my keto people out there, for you keto people out there, make sure you're getting the fiber you need.
Absolutely.
Because that's super, super important.
That's correct.
Listen, I've been doing this show for a couple of years. I haven't had anybody that's more excited. I'm more excited about. Cindy is excited about, and everyone that I know that I told them when you're on your show. I really hope you'll be with us again in some way, shape, or form. Thank you, everybody, for coming today. I hope you learned something, and we'll have more information on this. Vero Beach is about lifestyle. We live a beautiful lifestyle, so let's make sure what we're doing nutritionally, dietetically, that we're doing it right, but still enjoying ourselves. So anyway, everybody be safe, have fun, talk to you soon, and we'll see you here next week. Thanks so much for coming. Thank you, Samantha Lynch, for being with us.